Minasan, konnichiwa. It's me, Shogo.
And Hanami.
I'm pretty sure you guys noticed the lag there between Shogo and Harumi, but we are actually not together right now. It's very
Yes.
rare the first time. So we're very
Mm.
sad about it too, by the way. We're very sad that we're not together at the moment. At least we get to see each other's faces over Zoom. But I'm actually right now in Saitama Prefecture in a hotel in
Mm.
Kasukabe. Yeah.
Kaskabe.
If you guys have been watching my other YouTube channel, which is called Let's Ask Six and Say, which I've been running for
Mm.
about 2 years now, Let's Ask Six and Say is a channel where I introduce the techniques, the Kobudo, the ancient samurai martial art techniques, with the 22nd headmaster of Asayama Ichiden Ryu Six Sensei. Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
make a lot of videos talking about genjutsu and techniques, videos talking about how to fight with a staff or a sickle or chain balls, and having Six Sensei trying out different weapons like the Hema weapons, like long swords and rapiers and all that kind of stuff. If you haven't checked it out, please do check it out. It's a really, really cool channel. I love it very much. But yeah, so I
Yeah.
actually come over to where the main dojo of Asami Shinryu is in Ibaraki Prefecture almost every month. Yeah. And because
Yeah.
Six Sensei's right arm, Kurosawa Sensei, who's usually the cameraman for Lasa Six Sensei, he actually lives in Saitama. So I recently started staying at a hotel in the area where he lives. Yeah, so it's a very convenient one. Kaskabe has a lot of hotels, but I was finally able to find a good one that I like staying at. So I'm actually there right now at the moment. Yes, and Hanami, of
Great.
course, is in Kyoto. So
Yes.
we're actually recording in separate places. I'm pretty sure you noticed that the audio quality is a little bit different too. Yeah, I don't have
Mm.
my good audio quality microphone together with me today, so I'm actually just using my computer's microphone. I'm pretty sure it's still okay though. I used to
Yeah, yeah,
use
yeah.
this microphone for recording audios and voiceovers, for our videos and such, and it was totally fine. So yeah. But
Cool.
anyways, when I'm not around, it takes a lot longer for how to me to put the kids to sleep and everything. So it is a little bit
Yeah.
troublesome, but took her like an hour and a half, I think, to get to put the kids to sleep because the kids, of course, obviously loves mom a lot more than dad. So when
No,
mom
no,
tries
no,
to
no.
leave, they
It's
get very angry. Yeah, what?
they really missed you.
Hmm.
They are just how to say more they
What?
I don't know how to say this in English, but they are just more amaeru to my to mom.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Amaeru.
Because you spoiled them more, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm absolutely
Amaeru.
more
What
of
is
the
that?
stronger side, stronger, stricter side. So I'm more strict.
Stronger.
In a way, I'm strong style raising
Yeah.
kids. Yeah, children raising. Well, I mean, I think that's a healthy way to raise kids. I mean, I think that's the same. That's a international, thing. I think so. Usually, like the mothers, yes, might be a little bit kinder, and then the fathers are more
A
strict.
kinder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the kids need somewhere to relax. Yeah, and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
just be spoiled once in a while. So yeah.
And they really want to talk about like random things to
Oh yeah.
me. Mm.
Whatever they're playing with or whatever they did that day at
Yeah, yeah,
kindergarten, all that
yeah.
kind of stuff, right? Yeah.
And because usually and we need to work, so
Hmm.
I need to go downstairs.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
sleep upstairs,
Hmm.
but now I'm I'm here, and now they're like, now mommy's here, so it's the chance to
Yeah, because usually mommy is not upstairs. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Usually mommy's not here, but now she's here, so let's talk about this and that,
Yeah,
and
because
can't
it's
stop
different.
talking.
Yeah, because it's different from usual.
Yeah, they're a little
Yeah.
bit excited. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, whenever I come over to the Kanto area to do the filming with Four Six Lessa Six and Say, it's always after doing online lessons until 1 a.m. and then waking up early in the morning, taking about 3 hours by bullet train and train to get over from Kyoto, Tokyo, and then Tokyo to the dojo area. And then we do like 6 hours of filming and 3 hours of training, and then getting back to the hotel and everything. So I might sound a little bit exhausted, and my English is probably horrible, even worse than usual. But I hope you can forgive Forgive us. Yeah. So today I'm definitely not going to be trying to talk about anything complicated. Yeah, the main
Mm,
topic today is going to be about how we actually recently changed our ultimate goal. We haven't had a chance to properly
mm,
talk about this, but in the past, we used to talk about how we want to make Japan a better place for people, for Japan lovers, for all Japan lovers to make their dreams come true, kind of thing. Yeah.
yeah.
We actually recently changed our dream, our goal, our ultimate goal as a company, as a content creator, as a person who's doing a lot of other businesses. My new goal is actually to nurture Japanese traditional culture to the next century, to pass it down to the next century. And I want to talk a little bit about why I changed my goal to this and the struggles that I'm having recently. Yeah.
Mm,
So yeah, I really thought and I was saying last week, guys, remember Shogo and Harumi's podcast, it'd be great if we can talk about something that's useful for you guys. And of course, I do try my best to make as many useful content as much as possible. But at the same time, though, I really do want a platform where I can just simply talk about the things that I want to. Yeah,
mm,
because there's a lot of things that are on our minds that we don't have in other opportunities to share. And I know that you guys who are listening to this are, of course, our core supporters. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure
thank you.
some of you might be a little bit interested in what we're trying to do and what we're up
Mm,
to and stuff. So I decided to talk a little bit about this today, especially because I don't have that much stamina left. To be honest, it's already past midnight in Japan time, to be honest. You might have heard my
yeah.
alarm earlier, but yeah. So gotta wrap this up as soon as possible. But anyways, this week's new video, we actually posted a video with for another Katsura Sunshine show video, making a video together with Katsura Sunshine show, the Canadian Rakugo master.
Mm,
I asked him a question how he studied Japanese, and there's a lot of really interesting episodes on how he suddenly came to Japan and how he suddenly started to study Japanese. It wasn't something that he used to do like when he was young and such, but in his 30s, he finally started learning Japanese, living in Japan and all that kind of stuff. And I asked him a lot of questions about how he did it, yes, which were all really interesting. I hope you check it out. And again, OMG Japan is another podcast that I do with Sunshine show. And this week it was another episode over Zoom. Yeah, we talk a little bit about me actually being on stage in Asakusa doing a Rakugo performance for the first time in my life. Yeah, it's this September. So September 2025, which is the date, by the way, is September 6th, I think, which is one day after the after seminar, after the training
wow.
camp with Lhasa 6 Yeah. So the Asayama Ichiden Ryu, as I mentioned in the beginning, yes, we actually hold an annual training camp for our online lesson members. We actually have more than 100 online lesson members, by the way. But there's an opportunity where people can our students can come to Japan to train with Six Sensei in person once a year. Maybe from next year might be 2 times a year. Yeah. But anyways, and we actually do hold 1 day seminars before and after the training camp too. And the day I'm going to be on stage for Rakugo is actually just one day after the last after seminar. So there's 3 days of training on the first week, and then the middle week there's a training camp, and then the next week there's another 3 days of training, 8 hours each, and then the next day after that is my Rakugo performance for the first time in my life. So
Sure, I'm going to
schedule was a
do
little bit
this.
crazy. Schedule was a bit crazy, but the last episode we talked a little bit about me going to be on stage. Yes, hopefully if
Yeah.
I'm still alive after all of that events. But
Yeah.
yeah, and we talked a little bit about how Asakusa in Tokyo is unique and special. Yeah. Now that I'm actually going to be performing in more dedication performances in Asami Shinryu, of course I train in Asami Shinryu myself under Six Sensei, and they actually have a dedication performance in Asakusa every
Hmm.
year in April. So I might actually have more opportunities to go to Asakusa. Yeah. And speaking of
Wow.
Rakugo, I might actually be on stage almost every month afterwards. Maybe this performance after I do it in September. I was talking with Sunshine. Maybe I might be able to he is saying I can come anytime. If I want, I can join all the performances. If I want to,
Wow.
he was saying, yeah. But that's a little bit too much. So but still, challenging Rakugo and doing on stage and meeting people who are interested in Japanese culture and stuff, I thought it'd be a really good inspiration for me. Yeah, it's gonna
That's
definitely be showing
great.
me a new world, right? Yeah, it's just definitely something I've never done before, so I'm really looking forward to it. And
Yeah.
for the website to sell katanas, by the way, we actually are getting really, really close to completing the website. Now we got the final piece of information we needed, right, honey?
Yep.
Yeah, we finally got the last piece of information to finish up that website. So it's really just a matter of time if Harumi will get enough time or not. Yes. And as for the kimono website, the kimonos we've been talking a little bit about last week too that we've probably almost completed one of the designs, and the second design we're still going back and forth kind of thing, but it is all progressing too. Yeah, Wagaki Japan, which is a Wagaki media that I'm creating together with Kamina Daisuke-san, the shakuhachi player from Wagaki Band. I actually
Mm-hmm.
had another hour, like almost 2 hours and a half meeting with him the other day after my shakuhachi training that I do monthly with
Mm-hmm.
him. Yes. Oh, speaking of which, I actually have to contact him again to decide which day I'm going to be doing the training next month. Actually, I haven't done that,
Oh.
so I definitely had to. I got to put in my tasks, but I hope I remember this after recording the podcast. But yeah, we actually completed talking about the concept and what the goal of what Wagaki Japan is going to be. So to make
Mm.
a long story short, guys, Wagaki Japan again is going to be a media where we make YouTube videos and articles about the world of Wagaki, about the people who play, the professional players, the classes, the online lessons, the activities that travelers can go to, maybe club activities for students, introducing all that kind of stuff, how to play each instrument, all that kind of stuff. But we're hoping to make an online community where supporters can get together. Of course, we'll be receiving some kind of content in advance, but we really want our goal is going to be achieving 10,000 people supporting that community. Yeah, it's going to be like what?
Mm.
Like I don't know, maybe like $5 to $10 a month kind of thing. Yes, if
Mm.
you are supporting Waki Japan's activities, yeah, if you can become a member, you'll be able to receive some rewards. Yes, and also be able to support the community, and Waki Japan itself with that profit will be able to move on to new projects to try to rebuild the world of Waki. Yeah. So the
Mm.
whole goal itself is to rebuild the world of Waki, so the all the traditional instruments and everything can be carried on to the next 100 years. Really similar to the ultimate goal that I'm going to be talking about later. Okay. And as for the No in Kyoto tour, which is the tour that I'm going to be doing with my No Theater Sensei, Yamada Isumi Sensei.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, we've been getting some replies from the venue, basically, for the performances. And we're
Yeah.
probably sure we're going to be using two places, which is Kurochiku and also Okazaki-an. These two places in
Mm.
Kyoto. They're both very beautiful. I might be able to put a URL in the description or in the pinned comment or something so you can guys see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's probably going to be where the show itself is going to be held. So now that we know where the show is going to be held, my sensei and I have to go to the other places where the travelers will be able to go to when they actually take part in this tour, like the workshop where they make the no masks, the fact not factory, but the workshop, I guess, the same thing, where they make the no kimonos, which are called the shozoku. Yes, there's a lot of other stuff that we want to add to the options for the tour, but we have to go and say hi and see if they like us and see if they will say yes to this whole idea in the first place. Yeah, and all that kind of stuff. So
Mm.
we're on the right track, though. So I hope we can look forward to more
Great.
information. All right. So our new goal, again, nurturing Japanese traditional culture to carry it on,
Yes.
deliver it to the next century, the next 100 years. Yeah. Now, again, originally my goal was to make Japan a better place for all Japan lovers' dreams, to make all Japan lovers' dreams come true. Now, this was a little bit, first of all, it's a little bit vague. Yes,
Mm.
it's not really clear what I'm specifically trying to do. Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
I was looking towards, trying to change society itself, talk about social problems and work on those kind of stuff to make Japan a better place and all that kind of stuff. But I really came to realize after making content for how many years now? 4 years. This year is going to be 5 years finally. Yes, this July,
Oh.
but 5 years after starting a YouTube channel. But
Yeah.
I came to notice that social problems and all that kind of stuff to make Japan a better place as a society. Now, of course, I'm interested in these topics. I study about them, I read about them, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, though, there are many, many people who are much more dedicated than I am towards trying to solve these
Mm.
problems. And there are much more people who will be willing to like dedicate their whole life, much of their time to try to solve problems, like how to lessen the number of people who are in hikikomori, for example,
Yeah.
or environmental problems and all that kind of stuff. So I really thought
Mm-hmm.
that I can leave these issues to the people who are more dedicated, who are more professionals. And
Mm-hmm.
on the other side, though, trying to preserve the traditional culture, which I'm most interested in, Kobudo, tea ceremony, no theater, shakuhachi, well, wagyu itself, the Japanese traditional instruments and stuff, all that kind of stuff. Of course, I'm super interested in. I love, talking about these. I love training in these. So I thought, but at the same time, though, these the world of Japanese traditional culture, they're struggling very much even today. There are tons of Yuha styles and traditional techniques that are being lost and being gone, disappearing. Yeah.
Mm,
But it seems there's not that many people who are working hard enough or working in the right direction to preserve and try to keep these things alive for the future.
mm,
Many people who are considered in a high position in the hierarchical relationship in Japan, they tend to be only looking at their own profits, their
mm.
benefits, and not thinking so much about the next generation. Yeah. Many
Sadly,
people,
yes.
unfortunately, they think as long as they are going to be able to end their lives in peace, then everything is okay for them. So they don't prepare as many opportunities and chances for the next generation, the younger generations who are responsible for carrying it down to the next generation now. So that is something I really felt that I should be focused more on because that's something that only I can do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really feel that Japanese traditional culture, okay, Shogo, that's great that you like Japanese traditional culture and you're trying to preserve it for the next century. That's amazing. But why traditional culture? Because a lot of
Mm,
Japanese people tend to think that it's old style,
mm.
outdated kind of stuff, not
Yeah.
interesting, boring, slow. And some of these things might be true, to be honest, yes. But at the same
Mhm,
time, though, I'm really confident that Japanese traditional culture, or these traditional cultures as a whole, art,
mhm.
martial arts, art, culture, music, yes, all
Yeah.
these kind of things. These are the things that's going to get more and more important, actually, in the near future, or even now. Yeah,
Yeah.
because as we all know, yeah, AI is going crazy. To be honest, it's evolving, yes, developing at a much higher rate than we all imagined. Yes.
Mhm.
And the more things get convenient, the more things get quicker and done easily by robots and AI and such. Yes. For us humans to be happy, it's going to be important that we work on something that's not easy or not convenient. On the other hand, to
Yeah.
feel that we're alive and feel that we're doing something. So
Yes.
this is a logic, a method that I always keep in mind. What makes people happy, basically. So of course there's
Mm,
the three as a what should I say? An animal, basically. Of course, there are three things that we want to do, right? Yes, we want to sleep, we want to eat food, and we want to have sex. Yes, we want to multiply, basically.
mm,
But
mm,
after
mm.
all of these three things are satisfied, yes, completed, yeah,
Mhm.
then the next things are going to be like, for example, I want to feel that I'm approved, I'm welcomed in
Mhm.
society, I have a place where I belong. These things being feeling safety or feeling safe.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and all that kind of stuff, right? I'm pretty sure we all know about this. We study it at school and all that kind of stuff, right? But
Yeah.
if we break this down a little bit more, there are three things that people are seeking, especially today, because overall as a world, we're much we should say we're much more rich. We're richer than the past, right?
Mm.
Um, Wealthy. There we go. That was the word we're looking for.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
much more wealthy. So the three things is in Japanese we say 成長感, yes, 貢献感, and also 所属感. So this is a
Mhm.
feeling of belonging, yes, and a feeling of progressing, that you're
Mm,
growing, yes,
mm,
and also a feeling of being useful for someone, yes, feeling that
mm.
you're being useful for someone else. So these three feelings are important for a happy life, especially for us
Mhm.
who are already satisfied with those, the first three things that we all seek as animals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really feel that after having all these robots and AI doing making everything too convenient for us, you know, and basically any job or easy tasks are going to be done too quickly. Right.
Mm.
Yeah. Because now, even music or a piece of art or even a movie can be made by second, in a few seconds, right? By AI and robots. Yeah.
That's
So the
crazy.
the more the more complicated something is, the more it takes time to achieve or understand. Yes. is something that's going to be creating a stronger bond between people. Because something
Mm.
that's too easy isn't going to give you a feeling of belonging. Yeah. Like, let's say Asayama Ichiden Ryu. I have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of my Asayama Ichiden Ryu on fellow trainees who are listening to this too, but again, as our sensei, Sei Sensei always says, Asayama Ichiden Ryu doesn't give you a feeling of achievement for a very long time because the techniques are super difficult and complicated. But
Mm.
because they are, when you continue training, when you really start understanding, and when you see each other, oh, his if you're not training estimation, you'd probably not be familiar with this word, but let's say, okay, wait, his Ichinodo is amazing. Let's say. I know you guys are laughing. Josh, Michael. Yes. Yeah. But let's say you see another training and you see, oh, that Ichinodo is amazing. Now that's a language almost between us, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's a way to
absolutely.
communicate. That's a
Mm.
feeling of oh, you belong to this. I belong to this too. We are a team. Yeah.
Mm.
Feeling this makes us a lot happier because we're all social creatures, right?
Yeah.
But the more things get easier, the things in the past where people had to work together to do, we don't have
Mm.
to do that anymore. Like, let's say, for example, my job of writing scripts for my YouTube video. A little while ago, maybe it had to be okay, I'm going to be in the video. You're going to be doing the research. You're going to be doing the
Mm.
writing. You're going to be doing the rewriting. Fix it. Yes.
Mm.
You're going to be doing the translations. You need 5 people. I'm the cameraman. Let's say 6 people to
Mm.
make one YouTube video. Today we have ChatGPT. You ask ChatGPT to make a script for you, it writes it for you. You give it to another page and you say, could you please rewrite this into more of a YouTube style script? And it's done in 10 seconds. Yeah. And now you have cameras that has auto chase. So you just put it there and it chases your face for you. And that can
Yeah,
record in 4K. You don't need anyone anymore. Now jobs are gonna get turned
true.
into this. It's gonna be you can do it on your own. You don't have to cooperate with anyone. Then
True,
it's
true, true.
convenient. It's convenient, but it gives you less and less of that satisfaction of those 3 things I mentioned earlier, of the feeling of
Yeah.
belonging, a feeling of you're helping someone, and a feeling of also feeling that you are progressing. These
Mm-hmm.
3 things in most of Japanese traditional culture, and of course a lot of all the other forms of music and art too, it's the same thing, yes. But these 3 things can all be achieved by training in Japanese traditional culture or experiencing it.
Yes.
This is, and of course, for you to be able to dedicate your whole life to do these things, it has to be complicated. It can't be something simple that you can learn and achieve in 3 days. That's not going to be special. That's not unique enough for it to
Mm.
be a language that's not words. For you to feel that, okay, you can do that, I can do that too. We are a team. We know what Asamation is. We know what tea ceremony is. We know what no theater is. You know how to play that flute. Let's play the song together. Okay? You're a musician. I'm a musician too. Now this feels great. This feeling, if it's too easy, then it doesn't give you that feeling. This instrument, look at this. You just tap it and you can make music. Yay. Is that going to give you a feeling of, oh my God, you're a musician too? I'm a musician. No, you're just
Your
hitting a
face.
box. You're just hitting a box, right? That's not going to give you a feeling of belonging or anything, right? Yeah. So these troublesome, tiresome things it would have been
Mm-hmm.
considered in the past are going to be things that people are going to seek more in the future. Guys, please let me know what you think about this whole idea itself. Your opinions be great.
Mm-hmm.
This is my whole plan. My ultimate goal, if I go down even deeper, my ultimate goal is try to make as many people happier as possible in my life. That's the only thing I want to do. Yeah, as long as I'm alive, I want to make someone else happier. You know, that's what I want to do. And to make someone happier, I'm looking at this world right now. Okay, AI is growing. All that kind of stuff. Like looking around at what I'm good at, what I like doing in the world. Yes, what are people looking for? Okay, people want to feel that they belong more. They want to feel that they're growing more. Yes, they want to feel that they're useful for someone. Yeah, and I love Japanese traditional culture. Wow, this is a perfect match kind of thing. That's the reason why I changed my
Absolutely.
goal. And that's also the reason why Harumi and I are both struggling very much right now. Because Just
Mm.
simply making straightforward, genuine, pure, useful content in the world of Japanese traditional culture. It absolutely does not give you a lot of views, does not automatically, you know, make
Mm.
give you a lot of subscribers, you know. Of course, talking about something that's a lot more catchy, you know, talking
Yeah.
about what's going on in the world now, you know. Oh my gosh,
Mm.
there's these horrible people doing this over here, you know, this guy made a mistake, you know, this person did
Mm.
terrible things over here. Tourists are destroying Kyoto, you know. If you make videos about these things, you get a lot more views, you know, and you get to
Yeah.
access easy feeling of achievement and the adrenaline, dopamine inside your brain. But that's not going to achieve anything. That's not going to make anyone happier. And that's
Yeah.
going further away from our goal. But you guys probably notice if you watch Let's Ask Shogo, probably notice that our videos are getting less and less views, right? But that's because
Mm.
unlike the past, I'm really more focused on how my content is going to be connected to more people training or being involved in Japanese traditional culture because that's the ultimate goal that I have. So basically, at right now, I'm the point right now. I have to really what should I say? Accept the fact that I won't be able to get like a million views like I used to, you know, in the past when I talked about more catchier topics, you know. That's fun
Okay.
as a video, fun as a
Mm-hmm.
video, and it's an entertainment for 10 seconds, but it's not going to ultimately make someone's life better, you know. And of course,
Mm.
we're always thinking of content that will be able to achieve both, but it's difficult, you know. Yeah, because let's say for Let's Have Six and Say Two, the videos that are useful for our online lesson members and the videos that get more views, like the longsword video or the rapier video,
Mm.
is totally different. Yes, our online
Different.
lesson students, like myself, would be happy to watch videos where Six and Say just simply does all of the kata, and as I mentioned you, well, that's going to be super boring for people who aren't interested, right? Yeah.
Mm.
So it's always the balance of what gets more views, what's actually useful and entertaining for people who are serious. Yeah, it's always a
Mm-hmm.
balance of these two things. But yeah, so I really am at a point where I'm trying to give up getting a lot of views, which is very painful because it gives me a feeling of, oh, I'm not, you know, maybe not needed by anyone anymore, you know. But at the
Mm.
same time, though, the people who are really interested in the world of Japanese traditional culture are getting more and more excited. So I'm actually receiving more messages than I used to. Yeah.
Oh.
Because I'm talking more about useful information, like how to put on a obi or all that kind of stuff recent, like for men's
Mm.
kimono stuff too. So that's really interesting. Yes. So this year, 2025, I'm really happy to say that 2023 was a huge turning point, you know, me starting the samurai training activity in Kyoto with Yushinkan Kyoto, and
Yeah.
also Let's Have Six Sensei and the online lessons,
Mm-hmm.
right? 2025 is we talked about 2 weeks ago, last week, yeah. We're going to be starting a lot of other stuff, right?
Yeah.
And to make all these new things a success, I have to really change the direction that I'm working in, you know. So right now is definitely the timing where I'm kind of planting seeds, you know,
Mm.
and it's a really painful timing for me mentally, yes, where I'm giving a lot of water to the soil and I'm kind of wishing it for it to grow. Yes, nothing's coming out
Please.
of the ground yet. Yes, I don't
Not
see any
yet.
leaves. I don't see anything yet. Yes, but I'm trying to give this water. Okay, should I give it more sun, you know, or you know, should I give it more nutrients? I don't know what to do
Mm.
because this plant I'm trying to grow right, this flower I'm trying to grow right now, this tree or whatever it is. Yes, it's really different from what I used to do. Yes, or what I'm used to doing. Yeah, yeah. So
Mm.
that's the thing I want to talk about today. Totally personal. But I usually I
But
don't
it's
have that
important,
many.
yeah.
Yeah, I usually don't have that many opportunities to really talk about how I'm struggling, especially. Yeah, because
What
there's
you're
enough.
thinking.
Yeah, we have plenty of opportunities where we talk about like, oh, we made this video, you know, or there's a new, you know, podcast uploaded, so please take a look. But yeah, this kind of stuff I usually don't talk about that much. So yeah, but it's my journey of trying to make Japanese traditional culture more accessible to people as who are
Mm-hmm.
interested. And just like me, you know, even if I wasn't Japanese, I'd probably still fall in love with Japanese culture. I was just closer by, so I was lucky. Yeah, but even if I wasn't Japanese, I'd probably do the same thing. And I'm pretty
Yes.
sure there's a lot of other people too who are feeling the same way as I am. So trying to make Japan and Japanese culture more accessible to those people who will be able to feel happiness and a feeling of achievement and belonging and all that other stuff that I talked about. Yes, through Japanese culture, I really want to use my life for them. Yeah,
Mm.
exactly, exactly. Then you need the first, should I say, the first meeting, you first finding, discovering, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
what Japanese culture is about. That might be the catchy video. That might be some form of entertainment that you watched and you found Japanese culture. Yes. And then from there, you look up the stuff that I'm doing and you're like, oh, if I can learn it online, let's start. Oh, I'm going to Japan. I'm going to Japan soon. If you can experience less, how about we go and experience this, or like maybe go and listen to a show or watch a performance, falling in love with it more. Yes. And for those of you who are more interested, we actually have this community. You get to meet more people. You get to do this kind of stuff. And if I can create this new environment, this platform,
Mm-hmm.
system, yes, that the future generations, yeah, our descendants can carry on, I really feel that's the thing that I have to do in my life. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, Japanese traditional culture, to people who are really dedicated in these worlds, they've never faced this problem before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys are all know about this too, but Japan's population was huge, right?
Mm.
Japan's GDP was actually number two, right
Two.
before? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it was two right after the USA. Now it's fifth, by the way.
Mm.
Yeah, it was number three for a long time, and then China came. Yeah, and it went down to four, and now it's five, I think, four or five, somewhere around there. Yeah, but
I think
the
it
one of the
was number two for a long time.
yeah,
And then China came, become number
number
three.
three. And then very
And
recently, like last
yeah,
year before last, I think Germany,
Germany. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
went higher than Japan. Now I think there was one more country in
yeah.
between
Mm.
Germany and Japan. Yeah, so Japan's going down. The simple reason why Japan's GDP was so high was because the population was big. We had a lot of
Yes.
people. Yeah. So
We
the
have a lot of
people in the
babies.
world of, yeah, we had a lot of babies, yeah, and which we don't now. Yeah.
Less
Now,
and
so
less babies.
so the people in the world of Japanese traditional culture, they didn't have to worry about having trying to reach more people, creating
Yeah.
content or environments for people to enjoy it. Yes, it was just in our daily lives, and there were tons
Mm.
of people. So even if they didn't have to work towards, trying to gather more people and such, they didn't need to do that at all. There would always be there was always a huge supply of people, right? So they don't have the experience. They don't know how to do it. Some people even think that doing that is an embarrassment. Oh, that's too business-like. Japanese
Mm.
traditional culture is supposed to be something that's pure and honorable. Connecting it to businesses and all that kind of stuff is dirty and filthy. No, our culture is sacred. You should make money from it. Like, okay, how are you? You guys were making tons of money when Japan's economy was thriving. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now our generation, yes, due to what you did when you were younger, who you guys voted for or what you used your money for, our generation that's
Absolutely.
now in our 30s have to take responsibility for what the decisions you guys made. And
Yeah.
now we don't have any money at all. You guys you had millions of yen lying in the floor almost in your
Mm.
era, right? Seriously, that was what the
Mm.
bubble era was for those people. And now our
Yeah.
generations, we're having a hard time trying to have enough money for dinner tonight, kind of thing. You know,
True.
people my age, they're 30s, and they don't even make 200,000 yen a month, barely, almost kind of thing happens, right? Then you pay for
Mm.
rent, you pay for your smartphone, electricity, water. What do you have left? Like almost nothing. How
Mm.
could you have a family? How could you have children? you know it's impossible. It's physically impossible, financially impossible. So, and then continuing the same attitude, saying that, oh, advertising, I don't know how to do advertising, I've never done it before. Don't want to either. And just well, you know what, we actually had a very good experience when we were younger. So I think that's it for us. Goodbye kind of thing is happening to the older generations. That's great for you. You guys are now what 60, 70, 80, and all your other younger people are like, oh, sensei, oh, senpai, and they, respect you, treat you like kings because of how Japan society works. Well, you guys probably feel very good, don't you? You guys had lots
Mm,
of money when you were young. Yeah. And now no one's gonna, talk back at you because of how Japan society works.
yeah.
Yeah. No one's gonna say no to the decisions you make. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the world of Japanese traditional culture, right? Yes.
Right.
And now we have tons of people who didn't have to work hard, almost don't have to work at all to get all that money. Yes, like my mother's parents' generations, they would just work like 2 or 3 hours a day and they'd be able to make 10 times more money than the people in my generation today. You know.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how rich Japan was.
Mm.
Yeah, they'd be going out to have lunch that would cost like 20,000 yen a person, and they would go to a jewelry shop and buy like a 5 million ring on their lunch break during work. That's the kind of environment that they lived in. Oh, look at that ring, diamond ring. It's 10 million yen. Oh, I think I have some pocket money right now. Oh, here we are. Yes, there we go. Let's get that diamond ring. And they put that on and go back to work. Work for another few hours, and they go to a bar and drink till the
Wow.
morning. And then they wake up in the morning. They sleep for another couple of hours. They go to work. They work for like 4 or 5 hours. They get a million again. They go buy another ring, dress, car you know, all that kind of stuff. That really was an era in Japan.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So now those people are in those higher rank kind of things. So now the generation is going to be changing very soon, but is Japanese traditional culture really going to be alive at that time? Are we really going to be able to wait for another 10, 20 years? The answer is probably no.
No.
It's not going to be the same in the next few years, to be honest. So we really have to do something about this. Yeah, that's why I'm here. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
it's a
the story.
turning point. Is it turning point? Changing point? We
Hmm.
need to change our mindset to
Yeah. Yep.
preserve
Absolutely.
this culture.
Oh yeah, exactly. We're definitely going to be more focused on that.
Yeah,
We might not. Yeah. Go
because
ahead.
we love this culture so much.
Absolutely. Very much.
Yeah.
And we know that a lot of other should I say a lot of people overseas too, not just in Japan, but actually more overseas, I think, love
More. I think
love
so,
Japanese
yeah.
culture too. Now it's borderless. It's not it
Mm.
doesn't really matter where you're from. If you like it, you like it. Yeah. I don't really see people with their nationalities. I see people as them. I mean, of course, you might be
Absolutely.
used to different traditions because you grew up somewhere else, but
Mm-hmm.
if you love Asayama Ichiden Ryu, if you love no theater, if you love playing the shakuhachi, we're all family from my point of view. That's the whole point of doing these things in the first place.
Yeah.
If we know the same song, if we can play the same song together because we know Rokudan no Shirabe, if you know Chidori no Uta, yeah, you can play the koto, I can play the shakuhachi. I don't know a single word that you speak, but we can play together, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the language. That's the kind of world I want to create. If we
And
love
then
those
we're a
things.
fam. We belong to the same team.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And the more people who belong to the same team are from different countries, that's definitely going to make the world better, I feel. Don't you think?
That's such a beautiful world we
Yeah.
want to create.
So that's the thing. That's the thing I was wanted to talk about with you guys today.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's 12:35
We
a.m.
need
And
sleep.
guess what? I get to film with the senses again tomorrow too for another 6 hours, 7 hours actually. Wish me luck, guys. Yeah, wish me luck. All right.
Great.
So, yeah. And also, by the way, I always do a lot of talking. I don't let my wife talk at all, even though we call this the Shogun Harumi's podcast.
I'm
Shogo,
always
yeah, Shogo is the
listening.
the big letters, by the way. SHOGO
Mm-hmm.
is big letters, and Harumi is all small letters because Harumi doesn't get a chance to speak because her wife,
Inside the Kakko and
yeah, her
Harumi.
her her husband does all the talking, and he doesn't let. his wife Speed also. But Harumi, of
No,
course,
yeah.
yeah, I just want to say Harumi is, gonna start doing kimono dressing and Japanese traditional culture, sorry, Japanese traditional dancing, yeah, and all that kind of stuff for herself too. So not just me, but also Harumi too.
Yeah. I'm just recently preparing teaching kimono dressing.
There's so many things you have to do though.
Yeah, and
You're,
also Japanese traditional dancing too. Maybe in few years, I definitely want
yeah.
to teach or to teach, tell
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
beauty of this culture.
Oh
And
yeah.
I really want to make a steps in
Hmm.
my head, in my mind.
Okay.
I
Hmm.
want to make a kind of steps that mm, first you need more people to know this culture,
Hmm.
know and get interested in this culture.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe this opportunity you can mm, have something like fun or just simply look beautiful or like
So true, so
it's
true.
just really simple thing.
Yep,
Not
yep,
that
yep, yep, yep.
you don't need the depths of the culture to
Yet,
this
yeah.
entrance point.
Hmm. Hmm.
And once you got into this world,
Hmm.
you will find the depth is so
Oh my
deep.
gosh, totally, yeah.
Yeah, and I it's just today I went
Hmm.
go out to hang out with my friend,
Hmm.
one of my friend, like kimono lovers, and she is in some Japanese traditional culture too.
Hmm.
And we were talking like, for example, the Japanese traditional dancing,
Yeah,
Nihonryo,
yeah.
like our sensei's sensei, like
Hmm.
there are almost 80s and 90s, and what they say and what
Hmm.
they're the movement
Yeah.
they dance
Hmm.
is simply beautiful. I don't know how
Absolutely.
to express this feeling, but it's super amazing that they can move like that. They can express that like that because
Hmm.
they the long time they have um, engaged to this culture,
Yeah.
the time they spent
Hmm.
has get rid of how to say no waste 無駄がない
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
the
You,
movement they yeah
the right word you're looking for is sophisticated.
so,
Sophisticated.
sophisticated
Yeah.
the movement is sophisticated
Yes. Their movements are sophisticated.
their movements are sophisticated.
Yes.
Thank you for teaching me.
Well, everyone is listening to you.
Yeah, so it's super touching to see that movement. I it's not just simple this just simple word. It's
Hmm.
a kind of huge touching experience.
Okay. Okay.
I it's like I really want to become like that.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Of
And
course.
it was as you said, it's a kind of like same language that we had.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. It
Yeah,
bonds us together.
yeah. So it was super fun.
Great. So I really hope you can look forward to all the new activities that Harumi will be doing too. While Harumi's long list of tasks that she has to do, we have a different app where Harumi and I list down the things that Harumi has to work on. It's as long as Rapunzel's hair, so you can go down the tower, yeah, with the list of the stuff that Harumi has to do.
Rapunzel, let
Yeah,
down your hair.
Yeah, because Harumi and I have two daughters, so we always talk about Rapunzel and Cinderella and be Snow White and whatever. But but anyways, well, we can look forward to. Harumi and I are both have the same goals, so we're gonna be working towards all of these stuff together. So, all
Yeah,
right, guys, if you guys are actually listening to this to the end, thank you so much.
we
How
love you.
about if you can write in the comment today, then can you write Kobudo if you listen to this last part? Yeah. So everyone else would be like, why is this person writing Kobudo, right? But you guys and us will know why you wrote suddenly Kobudo. Write Kobudo
Please.
first and then write your other comments after that. Yeah.
Kobudo,
It'll be able to B-U-D-O. B-U-D-O.
Kobudo.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it'll be proof that you listen to this end. Yeah. Just as another
That's so
mutual way of
funny.
communication. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. It was Harumi and Shogo then. All right, guys. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.